Russell, what's up, bud?
Hey, David, how's it going?
It's going good, man. Sorry, we're just we're in our conference room here.
You're good. Don't worry. You're good.
Is
Hi,
Esteban
guys. How you doing?
Is Esteban jumping on as well?
Yeah, he is. Let me just check where he is. Cool. How is everybody doing?
We're doing great, man. We're rocking and rolling here.
Cool.
So we got you up on our big screen here. So if something seems lagging or anything like that, or voices, the laptop's on the other side of the other table, as you can imagine.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, I hope I look good, guys. I should have shaved if I knew this was the case. I don't know if you met Janine.
No, we haven't.
No, she is our new account manager. So she's going to be joining the team and helping out with some of their accounts.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you.
You as well. Where you
Thank
from?
you. Looking forward to look after all of you.
Where are you from?
From South Africa as well.
Okay.
Wow. That's
Yeah, all South Africans. You're surrounded with South.
Cool. I'm glad we didn't guess. Okay, we lost you there for a bit. I think your audio went out.
Okay. I just tagged Esteban. He is online, and we did mention this meeting now, so I don't know where he is right now.
Yeah, so I mean, we can certainly have Victoria start off and chat with you about
Great.
Facebook leads if you want.
Yes, great.
Yeah, so overall in the last couple of weeks, we've seen a pretty consistent shift with better quality leads like we've talked about. It seems a little bit more dialed in. Last week, we did get a
Awesome.
contract for one. And we have another one this week that we're sending out today. So it's getting pretty
Awesome.
nice.
That's very good. I did see a good amount of leads come in. I want to say the past 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Very good amount. Very big difference compared to previously when it was really slow. So now it's starting to really pick up.
Yeah. Yeah, our leads to contract right now is hovering around 28 leads to contract.
Okay, that's not too bad. 28 leads to a contract. So how many contracts do you guys have so far? Or how many closed as well? I think you have a few closed as well, right?
The thing is that a couple of these are more long-term strategies. So I'm not exactly sure how many have closed so far, but some of them have. But I think we're at a total of 5 contracts.
Okay, you're currently at 5 contracts.
Yeah, like a couple of them are going to be more on like we're buying it and reselling them strategies. One of them is going to be a novation. That's the one that we're doing today.
Okay.
So they're a little bit longer term strategies that we've seen so far from the Facebook leads as opposed to some of our PPC ones.
Okay, cool.
All right, that's awesome, guys. By the way, hello.
What's up, bud? What's up, dude?
Good, man.
Actually, in our conference room, I wanted to have like the entire team being able to be shown. So
Yeah, man. Just imagine that we're right across the table and that we're also having our bottled water. Where's my bottled water? So you're saying that the current leads that you guys have under contract, they are novation agreements. Is that what you said?
one of them's an ovation, 2 are wholesales, and I don't recall the other 2.
Okay.
We'll look at the other 2, but I'm pretty sure most of them have been more longer term strategy plays.
Okay. And the wholesale agreements, the wholesale contracts, are they good leads, good contracts, good deals?
Oh yeah, one of them we're gonna get over 100,000 on.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, okay. And why?
I don't like counting chickens before they hatch kind of scenario, but it's looking pretty profitable. Let's just put it that way.
That's great. And why is it gonna take? Why are these particularly gonna take a little bit longer the wholesale, for example?
Well, the properties were themselves were in decent shape, so it didn't, and they were where they were asking. I mean, one of them, I mean, we certainly could wholesale it, but you know, I think we'd be leaving $30,000 to $40,000 on the table rather than just using the funding that we have and wait an extra month or two and collect that money.
Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I'm
When we're doing the wholesale strategies, it's just for houses that are hitting the 70 to 80% criteria for us that don't need much work.
Yeah.
So we're gonna obviously saturate the rest of that equity there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that you're able to do this type of strategies. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you guys only focus on wholesaling, would have been a different story if because you wouldn't be able to do this only. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we've certainly, I think when we first had the conversation with you guys, of course, we told you that we were using a couple of strategies and we've only added more to that table. We have We have 2 creative finance deals, we have 2 wholesale deals, we have 2 wholesale deals, and now we're talking about a novation. We have some in probate. Like we have a variety of ways that we're taking and selling these properties.
Okay.
There's a wrap one. That might wait. Is Teddy's a Facebook lead? No, it's PPC. Okay, never mind.
Okay. And compared to like PPC leads, with Facebook right now that you guys have under contract, what have you guys seen that this PPC look like compared to Facebook?
He's saying how's Facebook competing with PPC essentially?
So right now, Facebook is actually beating, we get a ton more contracts with PPC, but we also spend a lot more money with Google, Google ads. I believe, we're at 27, 28 leads to contract with Facebook right now. And we're at around 37 with Google ads. And once these Facebook ones start closing, the ROI is going to be just stupid.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want to share it with anybody else, to be honest.
And Facebook's kind of like our secret right now.
That's great, man. And right now, what do you guys feel that? Because I've actually sent and worked with people in the same market that you guys are in. All right, again, Florida, and they, for some reason, they're not able to have the same type of consistency with contracts.
Yeah.
What do you guys say that you guys have different right now that are making you guys making you the slight edge, give you the slight edge compared to like other people that haven't been able to really crack the code?
It's really it's 2 easy things. One, we have probably better systems, and then obviously options and alternatives for our people, and then we have Jason. So Jason's like, you know, the puppeteer behind everybody. So
Jason, is it because Jason is like keeping everyone accountable? Is he the integrator or what's going on?
yeah, he's the integrator. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's awesome, man. So he's like the glue of the team that's making sure that things are happening.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, I think just being able to deploy more strategies for people, so we can saturate more leads. Our follow-up system is pretty good. As we've already mentioned to you guys yesterday, it's just about to be put on steroids because we're jumping into left main. And this actually, this is our first official week using it. We're still integrating, of course, with Podio, but this is our first official week like inputting leads and inbound leads and stuff like that for left main. So we already have follow-up sequences dialed in for the incoming leads. So we're just going to even go lower in terms of leads to contract.
That's awesome. You mentioned the follow-up system that you have it dialed in. So apart from whatever automation that you guys have, for example, in your current Podio, what are your guys doing, your actual reps or lead managers or however it is, what are they doing in order to follow up with these people and get a hold of them and actually have a conversation?
Yeah, so as soon as the lead comes in, my goal is to get it in 5 minutes or less with a phone call. If it's after hours or weekends or, you know, some weird time, I'll text them to schedule a call if they haven't done that already. And then always, you know, making sure that I'm following up with them multiple times, you know, especially those first 5 days. I'm also emailing them too, if they submit an email address. And really just honing in on getting the appointment to talk with them, which has been helping with the Facebook leads. They seem to like appointments. They don't always stick to it, but you know, as long as I'm following up and calling them and being on top of mind, it seems to work pretty well.
That's awesome. And right now you are the one of the lead managers, or what's your role right now?
Yeah, I'm the acquisitions manager, so I do all of it on that end, on the front end.
Okay, right now you have that responsibility following up with all the leads.
Yes,
Okay. And how many other acquisitions are there?
just me.
Just you?
We're
Really?
interviewing somebody, you know, we'll be chatting with you a little bit later about it.
Oh, wow. Wait, hold on. There is only one acquisition person.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victoria is probably one of the best, or actually is the best acquisitions person that I've ever worked with or even heard about. You know, we hear the numbers that other people and their acquisition agents are doing, and she's just a killer, man. Like her building rapport is just next level. So that's probably another reason. You know, we give her the tools. You know, we're learning the PACES sub 2 stuff, which I saw you're in there now.
Yeah.
Creative finance, you know, we're really big on teaching her up, and she's implementing it. So
Oh man, that's awesome. That's great. Great. You gotta take care of her.
absolutely.
Hey man, we let her have $500 before going on 4th of July vacation. So
That's awesome. Yeah, actually, Paige Morby is right now coming up with an acquisitions training for sub 2, I think so.
yeah, honestly, I think between what we already do for her and then what I was able to extract so far from it, I think I can get it pretty dialed in for our team. But yeah, I mean, I think what he's doing is for people who don't know how to train salespeople, which
Oh,
obviously that's the need that he always fills.
yeah, awesome. Now, whenever you're calling the lead right now, the first days, how many times do you call during the first 5 days that you mentioned until so you're able to get them on the phone?
Yeah, so first initial call, it's always a double tap or triple tap, depending. If I don't get to them, I'll try again in the afternoons. It doesn't always happen, but I'm consistent with getting them every single day, the first 5 days.
Yeah. We try seeing, of course, and then like with the email follow-up or a text follow-up, just seeing what medium that they respond best to, of course, and then just exploit that.
Okay, awesome. Right now with Left Main, what we're gonna be able to do is that text follow-up and that email follow-up, you will be able to expand that consistency and also get metrics involved, which is great. I'm pretty sure Podio does a lot of things for you guys and stuff like that. But that's great that you guys are having that and doing that and actually, tapping that phone call 2-3 times or even more than that, because right now, guys, even with me, even with my personal calls from my phone, I noticed that a lot of carriers now are blocking like regular numbers and smartphones too, iPhones especially, things like that, right? And getting a hold of people is just getting more difficult, even if they request information. Um, and so I'm glad that you guys are doing that. Is it the same thing with Google PPC leads that you guys do?
Very similar, yeah, very similar process.
Yeah.
That's why this one made so much sense to us, is that it's not like we have to reinvent the wheel here. It's very similar processes.
Yeah. But right now, I'm pretty sure whenever you guys go to PPC leads, these people maybe already have like offers lined up by other investors, right? Or maybe they have other appointments lined up compared to Facebook. Is
Um,
that
it's hit or miss. It depends. I can't really differentiate between PPC and Facebook in terms of that. Um, Sometimes the Facebook leads, they'll say, oh, you're the first person I reach out to. That is a common thing, but I can't say for certain.
okay? Awesome. So I know that Jason mentioned that you are one of the best, one of the kind, and the building report is one of the kind for you. And but what specific questions right now you start asking the leads right away in the first whenever what's your goal for the first call right now, and how are you asking these questions?
Yeah, so I try to start it out kind of slow, like, hey, how's your day going? And kind of catch people off guard. And it seems to really work for me because they're like, yeah, my day's good. Who is this, by the way? And then just kind of go into a more casual conversation, like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm Victoria with FHB. We received your Facebook lead. I'm hoping now's a good time to chat, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of starts off a little simple like that. And then eventually working into questions about the property. And of course, getting into, well, either your property seems like it's in decent condition or, you have renters. Why are you even considering selling? And just getting them to open up a little bit more.
What she's really good at, and it's hard to train it, is that she knows how to weave her questions in there as a conversation, as opposed to doing a bullet point format where somebody is getting drilled with questions. By the third or fourth question, now they have a defense pretty high up. She just does a really good job of making sure it's a tactic of the questions within the conversation, so it doesn't ever seem like she's trying to extract information. She's having a conversation with somebody. And I guess that's honestly the easiest way to put it. It's certainly no crazy science. That's the rapport that she builds, is that she weaves in her conversations with the questions.
That's awesome. She has to do a masterclass for future acquisition managers.
She's doing masterclass Chris Voss right now. So.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You guys got it too? That's awesome. I think Russell also did that one, and Janine, the whole team, I'm getting them to do as well. Even though they don't do sales like direct sales, I'm getting them, like, they have to know the art of negotiation. So I'm glad that you guys are doing that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I think, honestly, I don't really think there's anything more for Victoria. I want her to start being able to get more contracts, to be honest. Is there anything else you guys wanted to chat with her about?
No, I think that'll be great. Just wanted to know from you guys, really, like, how you guys feeling so far about us? What do you guys think that needs to be improved from both ends? I like to know how you guys feeling in the current moment.
I would say we're doing well, obviously, with as you can tell, with the lease, the contract, exploring different scenarios. The thing that I've certainly heard from Victoria, and if you want to verify it, it's really that one of the bigger things is, of course, we get a lot of duplicate leads. That's probably one of our bigger things, but I don't know how you can really correct that, right? Like, if the person's willing to keep on submitting forms, then how the hell do you stop them?
Yeah.
Okay, duplicate
But
leads.
yeah, in terms of leads to contract and efficiencies, I mean, we'll have like a solid ROI once we get a couple of the wholesale deals done. But yeah, I mean, it's they're coming into pretty good numbers.
All right, perfect, man. Awesome. So I'm just writing that down. Just make sure that we do any modification on the targeting, because I think duplicate leads can be avoided by excluding specific pixels. So that's definitely what we're gonna do. Right now, pixel is being like not tracked correctly in the iOS, but that's okay. I mean, we can always do it by API, but I'm not sure if you guys know about that. um,
Where would the pixel live? Would it be on like the form submitted, like complete page? And then like the cookie captures that, and then next time they go to a form, it recognizes it?
yep, yep, absolutely. So
You got Jason.
Pixel tracks the cookies, and it tracks exactly the devices and everything that people are for a specific time. And that's how you're able to kind of know where the lead comes from. But iOS now, it doesn't allow to track, like it shows ads, but the tracking is kind of different. It's kind of now it's going to be a little bit erroneous, even with Google. It's going to start coming down like that. But now the API is going to be able to read the IP address, is going to be able to read all these other things, but through API, which is a little bit different. That's how it needs to be tracked. But yeah, it's good. Just it's just a different way and a different challenge there that, of course, you know, Facebook gives into reporting, but that's about it. Right now, it's it's you're telling me that you guys are getting good contracts and things like that, but what do you think about our service, our what do you think about the team right now? uh what do you think about everything that we've been doing together? Wanted to hear your thoughts.
Like the idea of moving the Google review stuff into Salesforce kind of blew my mind. I like never even considered that. So I'm curious to see what your plans are for that. I love that you guys already have someone on your team that is familiar with left main and is going to be able to go in there and do that for us. Because when I reached out to you guys, that was for you to do it. So you're saving me time, and the leads are performing. You know, very driven by data, very like a logical brain. So I see the leads to contract, and I'm happy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
absolutely. What were you guys doing before working with us with online marketing, and like compared to like where you guys are at?
Well, of course, it's added to our inbound. You know, we were strictly, well, not strictly, but our bigger performer was PPC and still is. But we removed a lot of the outbound scenarios with cold call. Well, we have cold calling still, but it's through a third party. But we got away from the SMS. We got away from RBM. We've gotten away really from a lot of direct mail as well. And we're just really just trying to do things that we can replicate and jump it into different states. And that actually is a pretty good segue that we wanted to chat with you guys about, probably increasing budget and going into some of these other states that we're in with this, because what I want to lead up with is that we are actually considering bringing Juan on as a lead acquisition manager. And of course, he had a lot of great experience with you guys, and I just want to see what your overall input with Juan was. We call this a personal reference, call it a professional reference, whatever the heck you want, but because I think, but I want to hear, of course, from other people. I think with his background of already doing a lot of Facebook for you guys, he's going to be an excellent tool for us to jump into some of these newer markets that we want, that we're already in some, and maybe newer ones for us, and be able to make an immediate impact in it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Juan is an absolute animal on the phone. He absolutely does get to people. And he's able to really structure deals that me personally, I would never have thought that it could have happened. Okay, he has that much experience in being able to find if a deal is a deal in whatever way. Of course, like every single person needs to be kind of polished into certain areas. So, for example, I believe Juan will need to be trained more into or kind of like uh, what you guys are doing with Victoria, what Victoria is currently doing in terms of speed to lead, follow up, all of that. It's definitely a recurrent training that I would always do, just because seasoned players like him. I don't know where he is at right now in terms of that his game for that, but seasoned player that like him will have definitely different habits
Sure.
that you guys need to you guys will be able to see. And of course, this is off conversation, you guys will want to always train him your way, right? Don't don't just rely on what he knows. Definitely train him your way, because a lot of people will um will feel confident in their skill set, but they will not understand other people's system, like other companies system. You guys have a system right now, right? You guys
Right.
have a process. So that I definitely would train him and get him on your system, the way that you guys are doing things, especially the difference on speed to lead reaction from PPC, from Facebook ads, leads, and all these other things. But as a whole, he is able to quickly figure out things in different markets that are not just local markets, and lock up deals. All right. So as an example, it was a client struggling when we first onboarded Juan in Texas, in San Antonio. We sent him already like 92 leads, no contracts at all.
Jeez.
And when Juan came in, he was able to lock up in his first 2 weeks or week and a half 3 contracts from the new leads. And of course, he had to go back to other leads in order to find more people that were already missed opportunities, because they already sold it to people. So
Yeah,
that really showed.
that's what I learned about Juan, is that he's going to be really good on the first couple of days in follow up. But what I was reading between the lines is that if he's 2 to 3 weeks out, he's not going to be the best person for follow up.
Right.
He knows how to
So
capture it when he in the first like week or two.
right. And usually like the best but the best people that are on the phone and excited, that have like a designation at the beginning, will also have complications in following up or keeping track of the past. So as long as you guys have like a good system to alert, notify him, or even create a system also around the team that you guys are building, around the follow up, it's going to really help. Now, Juan, he does do a phenomenal, whenever he follows up and is the moment of following up, he does do a really great job. Like he goes like through every single lead, like he goes through every single lead, rinse and repeat. It's just that you guys have to create a system, because he's not a tech savvy person, right? So you guys have to be able, definitely, to kind of like get him on board on that, right?
Gotcha.
Let me ask you a question between us, and there's no wrong answer here. Uh, Strictly confidential. I know it's hard to, do pros and cons with somebody, especially when you like the person as a human being. So I like to like rephrase it a different way. If you were given the opportunity to hire him again today, would you do it?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, I was gonna hire Juan um, as a coach for our program, right? The only thing that was I needed to really dig more is I wanted to hire someone that could also teach systems and business structure to my clients.
Yeah, I think that was certainly what we read in between the lines too, with his conversations, is that that's not his world. He thought it was his world, but it wasn't.
Yeah, right. So he definitely is a salesperson, and salespeople will need um, continuous continuous improvement for sure. But like him and the phone, You guys will be able to see his conversations or to listen to him right away. And I will definitely give him a shot. You know what I mean? Like you will be able to see like how he does it. But definitely the first 3 months, have it as a 90-day handshake agreement, kind of like, oh, look, Juan, we're gonna get you going. I don't know if it is commission only. I don't know if it is base plus commission, but you guys are gonna be able to see that in the first 90 days. You guys are gonna be able to see how he really does things, and how he's being able to how he will be able to adapt, right? But definitely, I will have him get Victoria training too. If Victoria is working, have him get Victoria training as well, right?
Mhm.
That's one of my definitely biggest recommendation. Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. Yeah, so we're certainly thinking about increasing the budget and not really changing anything else. Like the leads are dialed in. We don't want uh, any kind of additional or things removed. Right now, it's doing well. We just obviously want to see if we can do more of it. You know, that's the next step, is just seeing what that looks like. And then when
Yeah.
if we decide to bring one on, seeing what other areas that maybe we're in or we're not in, that we want to jump into. Another quick thing is, as we are now expanding, we haven't even spoken about We Buy Houses Fast.
Yeah. So we actually have, we registered a DBA, We Buy Houses Fast.us. Or I'm sorry, We Buy Houses Fast. We have the website, We Buy Houses Fast US. And we were thinking about using that for anything outside of Florida. So it's not my Florida house buyer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't know like what that would look like. We already have logos and everything like that for it. Is it just, you're just gonna copy the campaigns and swap out the logos? Like, how does that look?
So you don't have logos right now?
We do.
Yeah, no, we're already ready for that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So We Buy Houses Fast, sure. I mean, if that's what you guys want to use as a USA home buyer, that's definitely good. I mean, it's good enough. You guys have the domain already, right?
Yeah, we have WeBuyHousesFast.us. We tried buying .com, but we can't get a hold of them.
Okay, not a problem. And you guys are searchable on Google. Are you guys are searchable on Google somehow, right?
Well, it's still too early for the We Buy Houses Fast. Like, it's literally like 6 weeks, 4 weeks old. We just got the website registered probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's it's a name that definitely works well. You can always say you can always use in Facebook another type of uh kind of variation of the name. It could be We Buy Houses Fast USA. And or you can always say things like sell, sell your house fast USA. That doesn't matter. You guys can use Facebook as whatever it is that you want to, honestly. And then it redirects to We Buy Houses Fast. It doesn't matter. So I think that works. um I don't know if you guys are willing to are looking to like build a website for that, or you guys already
Already
have
built.
it.
It's already built.
It's already built, and it's called We Buy Houses Fast. Oh, sorry.
WeBuyHousesFast.us.
Perfect. Is that a carrot? No, that's not a carrot. Oh, this is a investor lift.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There you go. And are you guys running already PPC for this?
Yes.
All right, perfect. How's the conversion for this one?
It's yet to be fully determined. It's not where I would want it to be. But we still have like another week of data that I want to collect. before I say for sure. But right now, I think our the Florida house buyers one is outperforming it for some reason.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is fine. Now we could A/B test this landing page on Facebook, but also use the one that we're currently doing for USA wide, or just use the one that we're currently doing for USA wide.
I don't want you guys to rock the boat of what's
Yeah,
working.
we're just talking names.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
the website, that's really it. Like I said, I don't want to add too much. I don't want to remove anything. We just want to swap it out. So when we want to jump into these newer locations, I think the leads themselves that are coming in are really good ones. I don't want to fuck around with anything like that.
Okay, sounds good. What location will you be adding? Are you guys there?
Look, it does it every time. I told you. You doubt it. You doubt the belief of yours. We just had to let the internet in. Sorry.
That's okay. Which locations are you guys adding right now?
Honestly, I wanted to see what states we're in. Is the Carolinas, Georgia, and Louisiana. But I want to know from you guys what seems like more prime areas. And I'm going to be honest with you. Where are your people slacking? Where we can come in and just kind of take over.
Okay. Yeah. So I know that a lot of people like Texas and everything, and things like that. I definitely have seen Louisiana. Some people do Louisiana from California, Louisiana market. Georgia is another good market. However, Atlanta, it's quite competitive. Um, and you could potentially get Atlanta leads and things like that, 100%. But Atlanta is a competitive market. Now, you guys are going to be doing the whole state, right? Or specific counties?
Yeah, probably the state. We like keeping it pretty wide.
Okay. Now, what was the thing that this guy Eric was saying, Russell, about Louisiana, the Louisiana market that he is in there? I kind of forgot. Just wanted to get his feedback.
Which guy are you talking about?
Eric, I think he wanted to not do Louisiana anymore.
Yeah.
What was it?
I forgot what his reason was. Whether he doesn't have a partner there anymore, or that he wasn't just getting enough deals from there, or most of his deals were coming from somewhere else,
Gotcha.
from his primary market.
Gotcha. Like Tennessee and things like that.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. No, I think Georgia is good. I think if you guys target Louisiana, it also will be good. I think you'll have a good volume of leads. It's just a matter of being able to have boots on the grounds or being able to disposition the property, honestly, guys.
I was about to say, honestly, I'm not worried about any of that. It's simply just the bandwidth on the acquisition side. That's the only real big concern with us. That's why we obviously bought into something like InvestorLift. We have a dispositions person. It's really just, I don't want to overload our people with because right now we're averaging about 60-ish leads between PPC, Facebook, and cold calling on a weekly basis. And I think that is hitting not quite the red line in terms of acquisitions, but I think it's pretty close. I think we're now kind of hitting a cap with how much one acquisition person can endure.
Yeah. So in that sense, that's why I was asking you guys. I was surprised that Victoria was the only acquisition. Let me just let me just kind of like tell you what some guys from Washington State, that they do, the entire state of Washington, the entire state of Oregon do. They currently have about 5 to 6, and I think Russell still have a chat pending with them, but they have about 5 to 6. They call them house buying specialists, but these are really lead managers, and their whole job is only going to be doing what the acquisitions used to before, which is being able to quickly get on the phone with people, quickly build a company report with them, plus qualifying them, being able to extract the information that is needed, and book an appointment or do a live transfer with the acquisition manager right on the spot. And their job is to quickly follow up with the people, because they do receive many leads. Okay, like they do receive a lot of leads. So in order to make that an efficient process for the acquisitions people to be focused on closing and being able to follow up correctly and stuff like that, they have brought in um, follow-up specialists, or people that are only doing follow up in the first seconds, and in until they get them on the phone to book appointments or do live transfers. So that I've seen that work, and the way that they do it is that they make them compete for these leads. So maybe at some point you can also start creating this type of systems, right? And these people um, could be from South America, it could be from Central America, and they just need to speak real well English, understand American things like that. So you could potentially have that system built out as you guys scale and get more leads throughout the USA. But I think for the moment, you guys would be able to be fine with Juan and Victoria. Um,
Yeah,
just
and we were exploring that option of lead managers, and it's certainly not off of it. It's just like a law. It's just like a throw it out into the universe to see what comes back, and that was one. I didn't really expect it, but it seems like it's getting pretty close to where we're feeling pretty confident. So we're still doing references on it. Besides that, we'll be good to go once we do the reference checks. With him having so much experience on Facebook, like it would seem crazy to me to try bringing in somebody else that can handle what one already does at probably a super fucking high level. It seems
Yeah.
like that's what he does better than just about anybody. And since that is, what really appeals to Jason and myself about Juan is because obviously he has this inbound super fucking Superman power of following up. And we're not going away from inbound PPC or Facebook anytime soon. If anything, as you can kind of tell, we're expanding the budgets. So somebody with his kind of talent, I mean, we're going to give him, if he's bringing in 2 to 3 contracts a week, I don't give a fuck how many hours he's working. Like if he wants to go hang out half the day on Friday and Thursday, if he's getting 3 contracts, I don't give a damn. If he wants to go do the acquisitions trainings for your team or whoever's team, I don't care. You get the 2 to 3 contracts, that's all we care about. We care
Yeah.
about the results, not necessarily 9 to 5, you're making 200 miles kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. Yeah. So definitely, I'd recommend Juan getting him on board on the systems, on the processes, on the way that you guys do things, on the Victoria ways that have worked for her so far.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I definitely recommend doing that. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jason.
Going back to our current campaign in Florida for budget, how much room do we have to raise what we're doing right now? Do you think we're near a ceiling where the cost per lead would get too high, or do you think we got plenty of room to increase?
So yes, So we are able to, let me check right now how it's the status of your campaign. So I think right now we are about 50 or 55 or something like that, around per day. Um, let me just quickly see. Okay. I think we're able to in a healthy way, double down, which means do 30 right now. Yeah, we're about 50 right now. So I think we are able to double down and go to 100 in the next month. In the next few weeks, go to 100. We want to be able to scale this horizontally. So probably what we need to do is add another campaign that is like at $50 a day or something like that, and be able to scale that horizontally instead of like bumping up the budget, because otherwise maybe the performance of the current campaigns could change, and that's not always for the
Yeah,
best.
I don't want that happening. I really don't want to mess what we have going on with that part. Is the additional campaigns, is that doing like more videos or is that something on your end? What
Yeah,
is that?
it
I
will.
think I submitted 2 videos.
Yeah, it will be different creatives. They have to be different creatives, and maybe different ad copies. The way that's the way that we scale horizontally, and the creatives could be videos. The creatives could be static pictures. So what I'm gonna do is the team is going to go ahead and do that. Like Russell, it's gonna let the media buyer team to scale horizontally by utilizing different creatives. But if you guys have videos, please
Yeah,
give it.
I sent them over. The thing is, now that we're doing so many things remote, I know like the ones that you presented to us are like going in front of a house and showing, hey, we bought this house and it was in crap condition. We helped these people out. The thing is now, not many of our properties are near us anymore. So it's a little bit more difficult for us to make videos about, here's this house that we just bought. I'm standing in front of it kind of scenario. I mean,
Yeah, you guys have no rentals around or any property?
Yeah, we could show the flipped product. We showed the before, we could do the after. Yeah, I mean, the rental properties, we could certainly do that, as well. Interesting, okay. I guess from kind of here, I guess, I was learning a little bit more about what you guys are doing with obviously you've been chatting mainly with him about the Facebook reviews. I wanted to get your opinion about doing like a campaign on Facebook for Jason, myself, and anybody that's kind of connected to our team, and do like a Facebook sweepstakes, like, hey, enter a review that you like in any way that we've helped you out with real estate, whether that was a transaction, advice, information, and it'll be entered into a $150 Amazon gift card sweepstakes or something like that.
Yeah. So the way that's gonna be done is gonna be different ways. So one thing that's gonna happen is we are going to create a campaign list of emails, text,
Sorry, it's our internet, it's not you guys.
I closed the door, that was on me.
That's okay. So we're gonna create a campaign that consists of emails, text messages, and is going to run for about a week and a half. But also, we're going to give instructions to you guys so that your past leads, you guys, whoever did a transaction with them, could call them, all right, and ask them if they have received the information, or they have received the message about requesting a review, that you guys are currently running a raffle, that you guys are currently running a promotion or whatever that is, an offer right now of giving them a gift card from Amazon, make it $100, 150, and and of course remind them the work that you guys did for them in the past. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to not only make it people that we've done transactions with, but I wanted to open it up to actually our friends and stuff like that. I know that Jason was saying like if Google senses that you guys are like really close, like they might bump it, but like over the time we have spoken with, I can't even tell you how many people about real estate and whether or not they've used advice from us, they've taken action on it, or anything like that. Like, heck, it doesn't, a Google review to me doesn't necessarily have to be only a transaction, but it could also be the people that you're working with, the advice that they're providing. Like, and that's why I thought like utilizing our Facebook friends would be an excellent first sphere of influence.
Absolutely. So there is definitely that. Let me just tell you, you guys can utilize, first of all, your Facebook inner circles, right? Um, and people would be willing to do anything, um, especially if you guys have some sort of relationship and you ask the proper way. So um, if you guys say things like, for example, if you feel that I've added any type of value whenever we met, whenever we chatted, or you being able to see the value that we do to our clients, I would love for you to give us a Google review and talk about what we are able to do for our clients, and that will help us to rank up and get the people that search on Google a better view on our company. And you can always say like, in exchange, I'll be willing to give you a review back. All right, do the free things first. But if if it comes to like giving them something in exchange, you guys could, you know, also say like, and I will show you, and I'll be glad to show you anything from our company that gives any type of value to you, or things like that. Be able to like gives any type of value. So always asking, asking that you would do something in exchange for your friends. It's gonna help, especially in Facebook group. And don't be afraid to ask, or don't be afraid to say that you can also do something for them either.
Yeah, and I would love to be able, and that's why I wanted to chat with you guys about it, is create a campaign on it so we can immediately say exactly what you're saying, add in any type of value, or you see the value that we're providing to our clients. I don't know if that has to be a video or anything like that, but of course, make sure that there's a link on there for Google reviews. And if you want to exchange a Google review, I'll give you, you can ask me any question in regards to real estate or self-development, and I'll answer it for you kind of thing.
Exactly. All that kind of thing works 100%. Now, uh, let me just show you I think there is, I don't know if you have ever heard of app Sumo. There is an app that you can just simply send people a link, and it has like, whenever you guys have um, like a new deal, or someone that you feel that, oh, this guy could give me a good review on something, you guys can send them this, and it will add them to a kind of like a funnel. Let me just find it. I think it's an app, Sumo. It's an app, and that they will be able to give you guys a Google review more smoothly. Like the process will be more
Sumo, like a sumo wrestler at sumo,
app Sumo. Yeah.
like a big sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
So yeah, that place has a lot of cool things that that are very cheap, because they are startup services or apps that are selling it just when they are released to the public or launched to the public. So Let me just find it somewhere here. I think they do have it. Because one of the things that you guys gotta do, and this is what what the client from Seattle actually does very well. Every time that they have a deal done and a closing, they make sure that they have someone call. And actually, Russell, can you please write this down to figure out from Victor the exact same process that they use in order for to teach them to David and Jason, exact same process that they use whenever they get a deal, how they're asking for a review as soon as they get a deal done or something like that, as soon as they have a closing, because they have like over 99 reviews right now, and most of the reviews that they've done, they have gotten it over in 1 year. So they changed the way that they do things. It's kind of like a trigger. It's kind of like an automatic thing where they ask their clients for a review. Some of them, they also ask for a testimonial, and they'd be like, hey, this is awesome, I love that review, and if you can do a testimonial, I'll give you a $50 a video testimonial, I'll give you a $50 Amazon gift card. You guys can always do that, or send them a gift, things like that, you know. So imagine you guys having a credibility landing page where it's like full of testimonials and video testimonials and Google reviews for your USA wide campaigns, for your USA wide company, right? Like that is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're really trying to do. And it's quite, especially with, I guess, with what we're trying to do with also we buy houses fast.us, that's going to be very powerful to be able to make an immediate impact with it. So I guess my battery's getting close to dying here. So how do we want to make some action items going forward with this? We got left main, of course. Is it Janine? Janine, are you going to be the one that helps out with the transition there?
So it's going to be Lena.
Lena, okay.
Yeah. She's not here right now, but yeah.
Okay, so that's awesome. I think Jason's already given all that information to start getting it done, right? Okay, so left main, that's already good to go. We're talking about AppSumo. I guess we'll have to get you guys the logos and everything like that for we buy houses fast.us. We can get that over to you guys. So when we do decide, I want to hold back on it just until we do have either that lead manager, or if we do decide to bring one on, we have that other person, so we don't overwhelm Victoria, because right now I think she's at a good steady flow and I don't want to really disrupt that. But we'll get over the information over to you guys for we buy houses fast. So once that person's in place, we can immediately trigger it. The videos, yeah, I can certainly make sure I'm a little bit more cognizant in the next day or two to make another one. And then yeah, the Facebook sweepstakes, or ask me any kind of question. I think that's a good one. And then of course we just went over AppSumo, and then the budget. But the budget you're thinking should be done with a new campaign, aka the videos.
Yeah, send us the videos, please. Definitely.
Okay.
I think they're in Slack already.
Yeah, but are you guys already using those existing ones?
Yeah, I believe so. The one, can you please confirm that, Russell? Yeah, we will confirm that with you.
I'm gonna just check now.
I'm sorry.
Once you create a new
I'm gonna just check now.
Okay.
Cool. Right now, for your Google Ads, do you guys have, can we go in there and install the Facebook pixel in there? Do you think it can give us access to that page?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
How do you guys do, by the way, and this doesn't have to be too lengthy, but are you guys pretty good at doing the Facebook retargeting with using existing data?
With using what?
Existing, like say like if we were trying to get people that we already have all this data pulled on, vacant lists, fucking probates, all those things, and do a retarget campaign through Facebook, does that help out at all, or is it just keep this exactly how it's going?
So it's just that Facebook requires a lot of data in order to match correctly. So I think right now, for the moment, it's fine. The retargeting of that data has become even more difficult over the past few years. Send it to me. How many are they? Are they over, like, how many records? Skip trace records.
From our pulled data list?
Well, all of our pooled data, and you're talking about probably about 150,000 records.
But they have to be skip traced, right?
Yep.
They have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that 150,000?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Send it to us, and we will try using it in this new campaign too.
That'd be a separate campaign. I think let's utilize the fucking existing lemons that we have, right? Let's make some more lemonade.
Yeah, for sure. And also give us access to the landing page that you guys have right now for Google, so that we can install everything in the back end. Sounds good. Oh, and if you guys can add me to your Google My Business as a user, so you would have to add support at hustlemedia.com on your Google My Business. That would be great.
Yeah, can you guys message me on Slack? My to-do list is through email. I don't
Sounds good.
through email and Slack.
All right.
Otherwise, I would have papers everywhere.
All right. Sounds good.
Now, when this new campaign gets created, how long do you think it takes to ramp that up? And the reason I ask is, if it's immediate, then we can start that the day that Juan would start with us. But if there's a ramp up period, maybe we get started on that now. This way, we have those leads immediately turned on whenever Juan gets here.
Honestly, it could be immediate. So I would wait.
Okay.
I think that's really, we tackled a lot within an hour, but let me just recap the end of this one. We're getting you guys, obviously, we got you the access to left main, we got AppSumo, we'll get you the logos and everything like that for We Buy Houses Fast, Facebook retargeting, we got to send the list over, and then the access to Google, and then I think you said landing page stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Access to the landing page for Google. Like, are you talking about just our websites? Mine don't either. In real life. Like, you're the only one.
Did you hear what Esteban said? What Jason said?
No, what?
You gotta talk about it.
What's the landing page that you guys, like, are you talking about our actual websites?
Which landing page for Google PPC you guys are currently having?
Okay, so there's two of them. There's an investor lift site. So you just need like the credentials for that. I don't think
Right.
investor lift, because we don't have access to investor lift's HTML. So, and I don't know if they have a Facebook pixel area. I can check though. I could be wrong.
Yeah, but how do you install the Google Pixel either way?
Because inside their settings page, it's like they have a specific area to put the Google Pixel, the Google Pixel.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess give me access to that settings area, I guess.
Okay. I'll see if they have a Facebook one. I don't know if it's there. If it's there, I can get you access, or you can just give me the code, whichever.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you something, guys. Overall, would you guys recommend us to other investors?
No, because I don't want everybody else trying to harp in our areas.
Okay.
You know how hard it is to keep a competitive advantage for as long as we can?
Yeah.
It's fucking tough. So no, we won't because you're doing too good.
All right, sounds good, man. And so what would you say to someone and be like, hey, should I work with Esteban and the Hustle Media team?
Yeah, if you as you guys kind of boarded people on, you always tell them following the systems. It's hard to get a testimonial with a little pup right there, but yeah, I would certainly say if you got the systems and the people ready to tackle the leads, then yeah, absolutely. But I've experienced it when you're a very short team with no systems that it could be a lot of money that you don't end up utilizing. But there's certainly plenty of deals to be utilized with Facebook.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks. Do you think that you can do me a huge favor?
I'm not posting anything. I just told you.
So you guys are not gonna be doing a video for me, a video testimonial?
The thing is, we want to keep our advantage. You know, there's not too many things in wholesaling that you can keep an advantage on for too long. So yes, we like you guys a whole bunch, but no, I don't want to tell everybody because I also don't want our costs going up.
Okay, what if we use it for people on the West Coast or in the North?
We're coming, man. Winter's coming. Yeah, I mean, for anybody how about this? We could do it that like anybody that you guys already have in your pipeline that needs to be swayed one way or another, we could do it that way because I definitely want you guys, of course, to still get more business, but I just don't want it in our areas.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Don't worry, man.
I want to keep this for as long as we can. I don't think if we add a lot of people, our LTC is staying in the 20s.
No, man. I will make sure that your guys' campaign are consistent, or that you guys are getting the results that you guys deserve and need every single month. Okay.
By chance, is there anything that you guys could provide as like where you guys are at and like how things are performing in areas? Because that's how we've been able to do with Investor Lift on what areas we're targeting next to go into. That would also help us out a lot of just like, all right, we're jumping into Louisiana. Okay, we're jumping into Tennessee, or I think we can, saturate Ohio or some crap like that,
Okay. Yeah. Well, look, man, Ohio is a good state. From what I've learned, good states, that people are doing, and they're doing pretty well,
Mm-hmm.
is they do Michigan, they do Ohio, all right. They do well, the ones that can do Illinois, they definitely can do Illinois, but not everyone can do Illinois. But Illinois is also pretty good for those that are local to Illinois. What else? I believe always statewide Texas is also good. It brings in a lot of opportunities. All right. It brings in good good opportunities, good leads, especially for those that know how to pedal, make deals happen. What else? I will have to take a look at the map and from clients that
It doesn't
are
have to be right now. It was just like, so when we do decide, like I said, I'm sure if we decide to go with Juan, we're gonna bring him in the next week or two and let him start really just jumping into the Ferrari and letting it run.
okay. Yep. Another one would be Oklahoma is good one as well. Okay. Arizona is looking well as well.
No, we're not going over there. That's fucking Guru Central. We're not going to Arizona.
It's what?
It's Guru Central. That's where Pace is at. That's where Jamil's at. That's where Brent Daniels is at. That's where Sean Terry's at. That's where fucking Kent Clothier is at. That's where fucking Dean Graciosi's at. All those motherfuckers are all in Arizona, dude.
Yeah, man. I would say the North is pretty good right now. Like Michigan, Ohio. I haven't had anyone in Wisconsin, which is weird. And Tennessee is
Sounds
pretty
like
good.
opportunity to assess.
I'm sorry?
We'll call it an opportunity zone.
Yeah, for sure. The ones that I would not recommend is New York, Connecticut.
So very liberal states.
Yeah, all these ones. Yeah, do not recommend. And yeah, that's something that I can definitely recommend.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else that that we didn't feel like we went over? We gotta get we got a couple action items for sure.
No, I think that'll be it. Russell, do you have anything?
For now, no. Just when our next check-in will be, we're gonna move it to bi-weekly now. I think we are on it.
I would say that we could do this like once every 2 weeks now. Like I said, and that was like the entire reason that we didn't have to do it monthly is I knew that we already had the system kind of going. I wanted to see data before I was telling you week after week of what's going on because we just didn't have enough to play with just yet.
Okay.
But now it's humming. We really don't need a whole bunch of checkups. And if anything is popping up, we're gonna just go straight to Slack and just be like, hey, this is what we're seeing. So honestly, we can do the month. If you want to look at my face every 2 weeks, I get it. But like everything is like pretty dialed in right now. And as we're just expanded out, that's when we're probably gonna have some more questions.
Okay. So let's maybe stick to maybe one in every 3 weeks or one in every 4 weeks is okay. And if you guys need to have a check-in, you just let me know on Slack.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of where we're at with it. We got it humming. No hand needs to be held here. The only thing is what we've kind of all just gone through, for sure.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Does this time work for you?
No, this was just because I knew it had to be a pretty long thing. So I knew I needed the time block because we had a lot of things that we needed to do because we just did our Q3. We did our Q3 meeting like a week and a half ago, and then Jason was just out on vacation. But we wanted to actually do this even quicker, this kind of thing, so we can immediately deploy the marketing tactics that we wanted.
Okay, cool.
So it's usually going to be like 2 or 3 o'clock. That's usually the best.
Okay, that's fine. That works for me.
And Esteban, we can always chat later about how you're going to become our new private lender on deals too, bud.
Yeah. Actually, let's chat about that because I'm putting my money somewhere, man. Okay. I've had some people coming showing me some deals, some sub 2 deals in Michigan, and I'm looking at those right now. But if I can, you can make my money work somehow, and you guys give me a good rate, then that also is an option. All right.
Yeah. I mean, as you know, we're doing the wholesales. We're definitely needing some gap lending on property, so we can certainly talk about it a little bit more.
Okay, sounds good, man. Let's chat about it offline. Cool.
All righty. Thank you all so much for taking
Cool.
But I knew we needed to go over a lot. We won't have to probably put this again address, but we can just did I glitch there?
You glitched.
Yeah, what I was just saying is I want us to I want us to have this meeting so we could really just take our Q3 really hard. So that's why I wanted to address all these topics.
All right, sounds good.
Perfect, guys. Well, thank you so much. My battery's on 5%. So thank you guys for taking your time out. And we'll be starting to send all that information. I wrote it all down, okay?
Sounds great. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye, guys.